Thank you for tuning in to the Shikama Live Show with your host, Shikama. So we have the election and campaign season for the big election, the presidential election, coming up. So we have all of the candidates finalizing their discovery sessions to see if they would make a viable candidate for president. And I have one question for black people. Have you or will you go to all of the candidates, and I said all, and make demands of the candidates? You see, it's not enough to sit back and act like a slave and just let things happen to you. You're in this country too. You pay your taxes too. You obey the law too. You have to adhere to regulations, bylaws, laws, and the Constitution too. This channel that I'm running here, this particular channel, is a political channel. I have other channels. This particular channel is a political channel, which means that I expect everybody who watches it to be interested in politics and involved in politics. A lot of black people whine, complain about what is happening to them, but that's not the actual truth. The actual truth isn't that something is happening to you. It is that you have allowed stuff to happen to you. You live in a country where an officer feels okay with unloading an entire clip into a black man running away from him, hands up, running away. Clearly not a threat, clearly not anything other than he felt completely comfortable and completely at ease thinking that it would be okay. I want you to concentrate on that psychology just for a second. This policeman, who actually takes an oath of office, unloaded an entire clip into the back of a black man fleeing from him, actually not even fleeing at any top speed. He was lightly jogging as a 50-something-year-old person, and he felt perfectly okay. At no point did he hesitate. Now, when people make jokes, if it were a white man, that wouldn't happen. If it were an Asian, that wouldn't happen. If it were a Jew, that wouldn't happen. Why is that? There is always a kernel of truth in sarcasm, joking, right? This police officer had the psychology that to shoot dead a fleeing black man is a-okay and nothing will happen to me. Absolutely nothing gave him pause. But you know what? In the past 6 hours, another officer tackled a black man, got on top of him, pinned his arms behind his back, and shot him dead. You have a group of conservative police officers finally coming out and saying, it is not open season on black men. Finally, you have some sort of honesty. And they're not saying that there is not open season on black men. They're admonishing the other policemen who belong to that union, who believe that it's the blue line, us versus them, period. And at the lowest bottom of the rung of the totem pole is the black man, who it is a-okay to shoot dead. Why? Because we've already had national case of policemen and even quasi-policemen shooting black men dead and nothing happening, not even charges being brought. Now, this last policeman who shot the pinned down black man said, "Oh, I thought it was my taser." I want you to look at the architecture of the taser. Even if you subconsciously reached for your taser, your hand wraps around a gun feels absolutely nothing like a taser, and to bring a gun to bear and to shoot it is not the mechanism of a taser whatsoever, not even close. And they charged him with manslaughter, not murder. He should be charged with murder. He intended to shoot him. He didn't intend to tase him. Why is he tasing him? He's already down. He's already held down. He's already got his arms pinned back. What's the tasing for? Just to add insult to injury? What are black people going to do with these presidential candidates? You did nothing to Obama. You didn't ask him for nothing. I don't curse, but you know what the normal person would say, right? You didn't ask Obama for anything. You should always make demands of political candidates. That's how politics works. They gave your tax money, and yes, you pay taxes. Black people pay more taxes than anybody else on the plantation. That's what all of these races don't get. Oh, all these black people have welfare. These black people pay more taxes than any other racial group. Oh, that's because white people are richer and claim less taxes. Oh, I'm not talking about what's the reason. I'm talking about the facts. The fact, bottom line, black people pay more taxes than any other racial group. That means black people should be the first in line to make demands. Why do I say that? Because the first in line to make demands is the person who has the most to gain by currying political favors from politicians. This is how the game works. You want something done, you get first in line with a politician. And I know you're gonna say, oh, you're libertarian. This isn't a libertarian utopia. I deal in reality. I deal in practicality. I'm trying to teach you and instruct you what is real, what is practical right now. Is the NAACP gonna make demands on Marco Rubio? You know who is actually scaring the Democrats to death? Rand Paul. Why? Rand Paul goes into the Black Hood and holds meetings and asks them, what do you want? This guy goes and asks black people what they want. Al Sharpton made a beeline for the White House and said, we have to do something. This man could ruin everything. Massa, this man could ruin everything. He's asking black people what they want. We need to get these Negroes back in check. I would assume if somebody comes into your face and says, I am running for president of the United States, what do you want? You would tell him what you want, and if he said, yes, I can provide that for you when I'm president, you would then go and vote for him. What's your other option? Voting Democrat just cause? Since when has a Democrat ever come up in your face, even Barack Obama, come up in your face and ask you what you... Barack said, I'm not the president of black people, I'm the president of America. Meaning, black people, get the hell away from me. Don't ask me for nothing. Don't ask me for nothing. He went to the LGBT PDQ or whatever. He had meetings with them 12 to 20 times. The Congressional Black Caucus, who is just down the road from him, he met with them twice in 6 years. Twice. One of them, it was a dinner, and he excused himself before the main course came. He doesn't want to have anything to do with you all. And he told you that in 2007. Don't ask me for nothing. I'm not the black president. And for all of the people who says, he's right, he's not the black president, that's not how it works. Because I guarantee you, if Marco Rubio is campaigning, the freaking Latino community will come out of the damn woodworks and say, Marco Rubio, what you gonna do for us? This is what we want, señor. Esto es que yo quiero. ¿Qué vas a hacer? ¿Qué puedes hacer por mí? That is exactly what they're gonna do. And Marco Rubio is not gonna say, I'm the president of all Americans, not the Latino Americans. He's not gonna say jack squat like that. He's gonna say, I'm a proud Latino, come ask me whatever you want. Because they have their stuff together. And every other political group goes and makes demands. Black people, what demands do you want? Have you come up with some demands? Are you going to make demands? What is the NAACP gonna do? What is the Urban League gonna do? In fact, what demands did they make of Obama or Hillary Clinton? They're just gonna vote free? You get your vote for free? Don't you know people pay millions of dollars to secure votes from groups? Millions of dollars just to get in front of you. They pay millions of dollars. How can I arrange it so I can sit in front of single women? You go research there. Here's $50,000 to go research that. How can I sit in front of upper class white conservative men? Here's $100,000 to go research that. What do they do for black people? They walk in church. They walk in church for free. Hi, I'm running for I'm running for District 9. Vote for me. Bye, Negroes. You know you're going to do it because I'm a Democrat. It's 2015. Slave days are over. That slave mentality of yes, massa, I'll do anything for you, massa, is over. I'm here. I'm telling you what to do now. I'm the massa now. You will do as I say, and you need to make demands. You need to consider yourself as a human being and as a citizen of the United States. And if you have a policeman gun down one of yours, you need to call for the position of mayor to be vacated immediately, the position of police chief to be vacated immediately, and you need to have the officer arrested and tried with murder. How many Asians have they gunned down? How many middle-aged Asians out of shape have they gunned down? And the other guy was another middle-aged guy, held down and shot. You need to call for heads to roll. You're the citizen. You're the one who pays these taxes for these fools to get in these positions. It's 2015. It's a new age. It's just the dawn of a new age, okay? And you don't want a third term of Obama. And that's exactly what Hillary Clinton will achieve for you. They're saying that Hillary Clinton is going to get the nomination for the Democratic Party hands down. Nobody's even going to challenge her. They're saying it over and over and over and over, and that will be a third term for Obama. Same party, more than 2 terms, it doesn't happen. You know why it doesn't happen? Because nobody wants that. They want change. They want fresh. Because that's the whole point of having these elections every 4 years. The only person to achieve a third term, same party election was Bush Sr. And you saw what that got him? 1 term and he was out of there. And why was he elected? Because everybody loved Reagan. Everybody loved Reagan. Everybody. He served 1 term and lost the second. This is 2015. Your vote is precious and you should see it as such. Every time an election comes around, you should say, my vote is precious, I need to make demands. I have some demands if you're going to get my vote. I'm not just going to vote for you, just cuz. And I don't care if 10% of black people vote Democrat, 10% vote Republican, and 80% vote Libertarian. I don't care if it's fractured like that. I would rather that than 95% Democrat. That's ridiculous. That means you haven't done a damn thing. That nobody has come to you and asked you for your vote. Nobody has spent money to come and get in front of you to ask you for your vote. And you haven't made any demands. At 95% turnout for one party, that means you are not important whatsoever. Literally, Fox News said, well, the Democrats can count on black people. How disgusting is that? And I'm not talking about discussing on Fox News' part. They're just reporting the reality. They can count on black people. They haven't done any campaigning. Obama's second term, I think he made 2 commercials. It wasn't even a commercial. It was the same commercial, and he recorded an extra part, so the second commercial had a different ending than the first commercial. That was it. And it wasn't even a commercial, it was a radio spot. A radio spot. I believe a radio spot costs about $50, maybe $100. You need to consider your vote a precious commodity that you don't just give away. You need to seek out these candidates and you need to make demands. All of them. All of them. I'm talking Green Party, Constitution Party, Libertarian Party, Democratic Party, Republican Party, all of them. You need to make demands. Your vote is precious. You pay the most taxes in the United States out of all the groups. You do. This country is literally sitting on your back. Are you going to make demands? Do you understand your vote is precious? Thank you for watching the Shigama Live Show.